Hello, Fort Smith Public Schools. Just want to give you a board recap of the March 16th board meeting that happened last night. And also let you know we started off with recognitions. We got to recognize some great work of our staff and our students. And we started by recognizing our Southside High School and Northside High School theater. This month is all about theater, and they did an amazing presentation last night to our board and our members that attended the meeting. We also recognize our Darby Middle School HSA students for some recognitions, as well as Mike Burkpile, Southside High School Orchestra Director, is the Orchestra Director of the Year for the state of Arkansas. When you see him, congratulate him for his excellent work. We also celebrated Southside High School counselors. They became RAMP certified, maybe the first high school in the state of Arkansas to receive this designation. And we also recognized Dalton Person as he exited the school board after serving 6 years and being part of some amazing work our board has done over the last 6 years. And you look around the district, you see the impact and the legacy of him and our board. We also welcome Matt Garner to the board. He's been elected, and we just congratulated him, as well as Phil Whitaker and Maria Martinez that were also elected in the last board election, and we're proud of their ability to volunteer and serve with a complex job and a lot of time that's required, and they do it for our students and our staff well-being. We appreciate them. We also had board elections last night. Phil Whitaker is the new board president. Susan Kraft was elected the vice president of the board, and Brittany Hall was elected secretary of the board. We also talked about the designation of the dispersing officer, and that role went to the president and the vice president-elect for the year ahead. We had a superintendent's report that I'm very proud of our communications team and their work on the communications and marketing plan. That goal has been completed, as well as I discussed the transparency page, which is another goal of mine that is up and running, and we're getting feedback how to continue to make that better. We talked about the great work that Chris Carter has done at Northside High School. Congratulate him on his retirement and just really wish him well in the future, as well as naming the new director of career and technical education. And that naming was Stephanie Freeman, and she'll take over at Peak Innovation and the district's career and technical education program, and we're proud to put her in that position. We mentioned also, as you know, as I've been around doing listening tours, I've talked about loss of enrollment, loss of budget funds for the future. So what I've done is this a non-salary 10% reduction in operational budget next year. Again, non-salary 10% reduction. This reduction is at the site of administration level. So those reductions will be at the administrative budget. That will do a 10% cut starting next year. Again, non-salary cut to our budget. We also talked about Woods and their robotics next move to a national competition, and they sent a thank you card to the board, and I just wanted to show the board their appreciation for the great work and support of our district for their programming. And then we talked about some great events that have happened, Bonneville's Multicultural Night, as well as our career launch that happened at Peak Innovation Center, as well as some 50th anniversaries at Morrison and Woods that we've recently celebrated. So we appreciate the great work of our staff. We have policy 3.8, which looked at extended catastrophic leave. That was tabled with a timeline of December, with the PPC administration working together to come up with an alternative proposal for policy 3.8. We did adopt the 26-27 salary schedule last night. The board adopted that salary schedule to remain as it currently is. Everyone will still get the step increases if they're qualified for those step increases, but there'll be no additional salary added to the base this year due to our concerns around budgetary issues in the future. And we also looked at hopefully we won't have to use an alternative graduation plan on May 14th and 15th, but if we do, we have a backup plan in case of weather or rain that would cause a disruption to those ceremonies. Again, we're hopeful that we'll have those on the field for our senior classes on north side and south side of town. And then the last presentation last night was going over the Atlas interim results. I appreciate the great work of our teachers. I appreciate the commitment to grade level instruction across the board. We're seeing some great results because of your commitment to our students. As always, this is a board recap, but I would encourage you to watch the entire board meeting if you so please, because there's a lot of great information. You see the great leadership our board provides each month and the great work of our administrative team in delivering. I hope you all have a great evening.